Yo, how y'all doing this morning? I wanted to get on here and make a video on how I find my daily bias every single morning. And this specific way I find my daily bias has made me six figures from prop firms. Okay, it's absolutely insane. I've made six figures in the past 3 months from trading prop firms, and I'm not stopping. And it's only going up from here. As you can see, we got the drip on. Okay, when you're dripped, you trade better. Got the little hood. I'm maxing out my white boy stats. What y'all think about this? Got the little. What y'all think about? Ooh, what y'all think about the fit? Look, I don't know if y'all can see this. I need to get a new camera. Got little oysters on there. We'll upgrade this camera. That's the next. That's the next. Ooh, that's the next upgrade for the streaming setup. I'm gonna get a new camera. I think I'm actually gonna buy like a legit camera so I can do vlogs for y'all and stuff. Cause I'd love to go record like me going to play golf, going to the gym, and all that, and like turn that into a huge trade recap. But let's get into it. Y'all are here for the sauce, not me yapping. So let's break down. First thing I do, let's just open NQ and ES. As you can see, we absolutely ripped yesterday. So I have that in mind. 8:30. We have news today. Let's see. So first thing I do is I check news. Go to this week. CPI. CPI. Okay, well, just going off CPI already, this is good. This is good. This helps with bias, so this is gonna help y'all out. Where are you, ES? Okay, there you are. Get this set. First thing I do, like I do in all my trade recaps, as well that I show y'all, I mark off 9:30 market open, and I'd mark out 9:50. We're still a little ways from market open, so something crazy could happen, but for the most part, this is what I do. And then I mark out draws on liquidity, whether it's an imbalance or just like liquidity. So it's either liquidity. I draw out draws on liquidity and imbalances. Okay. So we know already that this is a good draw on liquidity, this high right here, because it is a news high, right? This was formed because of news. So marking that out. And then I like to mark out London and Asia session. So London opens 3 a.m. basically range. So this is London low down here. And then market open, so like 8, and then drop down, bang, right there. So those are two good draws here. Oh, bangarang right here. But look, London took this out on ES, so that's a SMT between those. But then I like to go into the 1 hour as well and look for draws. I like this low because it's also in this imbalance. And then same with ES here. And then I like to go to the 4 hour. And let me just go over here. CPI failed to sweep all these out. This is, big time draws. I'm marking out so many because I'm very reactive to what price wants to do. So I want targets to both sides. Sometimes, there's a more favorable target, and like I'll lean on that bias more and almost wait for trades. But some days it's really a 50-50 ball. And I'm kind of seeing what price wants to do. So, I mean, NQ moving up looks good, but how many ticks is that? Okay, that's not bad. And then from here down to here, that's not bad. That's actually further. I'm almost leaning short bias because I wanted this huge gap to get filled into. And I think we want to push back down there. But I don't know if it's going to do it today, to be honest, because just in CPI in general, like data highs get taken out after they're formed. It has like an extremely high percentage. So like this would be a major target. And then I kind of go on like the 5-minute and the 15-minute after I've like marked out. And I'm kind of like, okay, what would I like to see to then move price in that direction? I mean, on the 15-minute, on ES, we have this gap here and here on both of them. You go the 5-minute. Okay, maybe like 5-minute sweep of these lows, start forming bullish structure, and then maybe take a long up to here, and then possibly here, here, and then here. Something like that. Or, market opens, we come up in here, we start breaking structure, and then I want to start targeting lower. It's kind of kind of what I'm seeing so far. Like maybe like a push up, maybe sweep on NQ, don't sweep on ES, form an SMT, and then like come up here, sweep this, maybe break structure, and then get like a retrace, sweep of like 1 minute highs or something, and then one minute inverse of this, and then bang, you know what I'm saying? Target down here, something. This is what I mean. This is just what I'm thinking right here. So like this is basically what I do every single morning. So what you need to do to be able to like kind of have the same thought process as I do is study order flow. You know what I'm saying? How does price move? Price moves, you know, bang, and then it likes tapping, you know, a premium, and then it will go higher, and then it'll like tapping a premium and then go higher. So we know when it's in an uptrend, it makes higher highs and higher lows. And then when price is in a downtrend, it does the complete opposite, lower lows and lower highs, right? Like it's just trending downwards the whole time. So when you're seeing this, you want to like, so I'm like, okay, I want longs up here, right? Let's say I want longs up here. Well, I want price. I don't want the 15-minute to already be here. Like I'm not going to buy on the 15-minute move when it's all the way up here when I know it should come down a little bit more before then going higher, because that's just how price moves. So to get an optimal entry, I wait for like this. But then you get even more clinical and you go to the lower time frame, and I wait then, because for the 15-minute to come down or the 5-minute to come down, the 1 minute most likely went into a downtrend, right? And then once it went into a downtrend, I'm basically waiting for it to go back into an uptrend. So whatever tells me that, whatever you want to see to tell you that the 1 minute is now in an uptrend, that's where I enter off. I put it at the lows, which should be the retrace. So then if price is actually going higher, it should break past these highs and we should get to price. So that's kind of like the order flow that I look for to get to my price. But like that's how simple I keep it, guys. Like I'm not crazy smart. I mean, I'm not Himothy McJimothy intelligent wise. Like I don't have 500 charts pulled up. I don't have other monitors showing me order flow, calculus, and all this diabolicalism. Honestly, most of those people, in my opinion, probably don't even make money because they flex more how crazy their screen looks than they do how much money they're making. So like, are you making money or are you just paying for subscriptions? You know what I'm saying? You're just breaking even. But that's besides the point. This is kind of how I like operate in the morning. I just like get on 10, 15 minutes before market open. I mark out liquidity and imbalances. And then basically I wait for like 15-minute, 5-minute order flow to kind of show me what it wants to do, what direction it wants to go. I like seeing a manipulation before entering. So like 5-minute lows, 15-minute lows, some kind of like nasty move. That's why I wait till later in the day. That's why I wait till 9:50, because at 10 o'clock, the 1 hour closes and then the new 1 hour opens. And also when you look at a candle, right? So you have a candle, generally, like just looking at this candle, like it made a bottom wick and it makes a top wick, right? So look at this candle, a bottom wick and a top wick. So on the 1 hour, if I'm bullish, let's say it already like there's already a low, which I entered like here, let's say in the body of the candle that's forming. And I know that like it's about to close and it hasn't made a top wick yet, it's probably going to push up and take the 1 hour high. So like that's kind of what I'm thinking when I'm trading at 950. It's like, okay, that 950 move that was normally a retrace, or like a retrace is normally happen around that 940, 950 area, which is then the move that forms the other side of the 1 hour candle as a wick. It could obviously just dump and completely, you know, you lose trades. It happens. But for the most part, that's one of my reasons. It's a high volatility moment. Like a lot of volume goes in the market from 940 and 950, in my opinion, I've noticed. Like every time I see a setup at like 930, yes, sometimes it plays out, but it's never my draw on liquidity that plays out for the most part. Sometimes it does. It just rips and goes. But like a lot of the times it's like a 5-minute internal low or like a 15-minute internal low, and it's more like a manipulation. Like if you want to take that to the manipulation, sure, catch your 60 points, get off for the day, 50 points, get off for the day. And points don't really matter as long as you increase risk, but that's besides the point. I like targeting the actual draw, like these bad boys. Sometimes it does this dump, and yeah, that was the trade of the day, and I didn't get an entry. But sometimes it dumps, and like, yeah, I could have entered there, but then I get my retrace and then I hop in with it. It's just, I've seen before where market opens, it'll be like boom, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's going lower. And then it'll be like boom, just rinsed them. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of wait for that manipulation off rip. And then I want 5 minute, 15 minute to kind of show me, hey, we want to go to where I want it to go, you know, like the liquidity or imbalances. And then basically I just, you know, hop in a trade from there and get active. Okay, guys? I keep it real simple. Obviously, you know, this probably sounds complicated. I was kind of rambling, jambling, and blambling. But yeah, guys, study order flow, study draw and liquidity, and just study simple ICT concepts like break of structure, IFVG. IFVG is my go-to bread and butter, but I do use break of structure. You know, if you understand fair value gaps, breaker blocks, order blocks, equilibrium, I mean, you can add more concepts if you want. Just kind of like watch, like learn the knowledge, and then you need to put in the hours by yourself, or you're never actually going to be good at trading. Like if you don't put the hours in alone, you're never going to be good because you're always going to be reliant on what someone else tells you. One second, let me get some water. Because like I would do the same thing. Like I learned from TJR. And I studied all his videos and I watched them all. And I even paid for his membership because I was like, do I have all the information I need, right? And I found out basically I did. But putting the money on the line woke me up. I was like, okay, I got to lock in. It's my fault. And I took complete responsibility of what I was doing. And I think this is what allowed me to actually become profitable because I was like, okay, this is 100% on me. If I don't make this work, it's on me, right? So basically, what you need to do is get the information. Like you need to learn everything you need to learn, right? But like you're not going to know that, right? It's hard to say. So like this is all you need to know: order flow, ICT concepts, draws on liquidity, and at first you're going to be overcomplicating everything. Oh my gosh, my brain just came back. This is what I was going to say. So what I was going to say was I would take a trade, and if I won, I would go on his trade recaps. I would watch them every single day, right? Which is great at first because like I kind of get into the mind of him and I kind of learn how he builds his bias and like takes his trades and what he's looking for and stuff like that. So like you get like sauce and you get like market intuition that you just wouldn't learn unless you watched him or traded for like 5 years, which is nice. So you can speed run your process, which is the good part. But the bad part was I would take a win and it was a good trade and I just saw the market better than him that day. But he would take a loss, and I would look at that as I lost because I didn't take the same trade as him. Or like I would lose and he would win, and that would just make it worse. And so what I started doing is I just stopped watching his videos altogether, and I was purely just journaling my trades, and I was like, what is going on, you know? Like I take a loss, and I'm like, okay, let's break this down. Was this actually a loss, or did I follow my rules, listen to my executions, price gave me a good entry, and I took it, and that's just part of the statistic. Like, that's the hardest part with trading when you're new because you haven't proved to yourself that you can make money. Like, you just haven't. But that's what makes funding accounts so good because it's a low entry risk to prove if you can make money. Like, just buy one account. If you can get a payout, then buy it. You basically prove to yourself that it's possible. You can make it work. You followed your rules. As long as you didn't gamble or do something stupid and trade how you don't trade, then buy 5 of them. Buy max allocation. Go crazy. And start actually using prop firms what they're made for. All right, guys, a little bit of a ramble. Also, if you made it this far, like and subscribe, guys. I'm trying to grow this channel. Hit the bell. I post every single day, and then on weekends I'm gonna post. And like also like randomly throughout the week. Like this is not a trade recap video. This is gonna be like a video teaching y'all on my daily bias. And also, you know, I ramble a little bit, so I'll probably say more than what I should. I mean, not more than what I should, but like I'll just drop extra than what the title says normally because I'm a little rambler. But yeah, guys, if you like the content so far, I would love if you subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel to 10K. My TikTok is almost at 10K, which is awesome. We're at 500 or something on here, so like 10K is a crazy goal, and it's early on. But like that's the, you know, that's a dream. The dream is to start to be able to, you know, grow on social media and starting to just get out there and start. Because I mean, the trading part now, like I got that rolling. I got that absolutely printing for me, and it's just going to exponentially keep growing. So now it's fun to like grind these other aspects of my life. Like I just want to dive into social media super hard. I want to just grind YouTube. I just want to grind TikTok. I'm gonna add my Instagram. I'm gonna start posting on there, and you start posting on YouTube, my shorts. Like I'm just gonna start pumping content out like an animal. And yeah, guys, got a lot more to come. I'm gonna drop sauce all the time. I'm gonna give y'all just like kind of what's gone through my head to get to where I am now. And yeah, guys, I just appreciate y'all for everything. And if you need some codes down below, I'm gonna have my Tradeify code linked. My Alpha Future one, I have to get a certain amount of sales before I can get my name put on it. So that one's a little ghetto, but I'll link it down below. Y'all have a good day. Hopefully, y'all can have a win today. But if you don't, if you lose, it does not mean it's a loss. What I mean by a win is that you followed your rules, you took the execution that mattered, and you understood the risk that you put on in the markets. Okay, guys, be safe. God bless, and I'll see y'all next time.